he broke his leg recently, and I was there. I was up on the deck when it happened, and you know, I see that it's pointed the wrong way, and I'm like, okay, this is real bad, and we're all pretty emotional about it. He's in pain. The ambulance isn't coming yet, and then they finally show up, and they're putting this thing on him. He's even in more pain now because the shock's going away, and I'm like, this is something that needs to be documented, and I'm good enough friends with him that I can film this. I know that he's going to want it later. Somebody's going to want it.
Yeah.
So I'm filming a little bit, and he looks at me and he goes, he's like lying on his back, and they're like, you know what I mean, pulling on it, and he's like in a lot of pain, and he looks over and goes, "Are you filming me?" And I remember going, like, everybody that is at the ramp has been friends with him for over 20 years. Like, we're all seasoned, we're all good friends with him. But I remember, like, I went, "Oh, yeah." And like, I looked at like a couple, like, I think Bucky or Stab, and they were like, "Sucks to be you right now." But he thought that I was going live.
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't know.
That was out of my head. Yeah.
Right. But
I thought he was definitely like on a live, because around that time was Instagram live stuff.
Yeah.
And we was like right at the whatever through COVID, so a lot of people were doing live stuff. So I was just like,
you never know with Jason. Jason could be dumb enough to go live, so he had a fair angle to think that.
Yeah.
But he got out of hospital and we did a podcast. Like the day of, he gets out of hospital and we did it at his house. And I remember going like, "Hey man, like, you know, I'm sorry I filmed that." He's like, "You didn't go live." I was like, "No, it's not live." He's like, "Oh, okay, cool. We're probably gonna want that." And I remember just thinking, okay. And then his team reached out to me like, "Hey, we need that footage." I was like, yeah, you're welcome to have that footage. And then it goes in like documentaries, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I recently had to sign something because they wanted it again.
Well, Cameron actually made
right, but every time someone asked me for it for him,
they're like, "Yes, I will."
Yes, I do have that.
Oh, you want to see Tony's broken leg?
Oh, it's all this.
I got Tony's broken leg all day.
If I can screen record the live feed that I was putting out there.
Yeah, but out of all our interactions, that was one of those ones where I was like, "Oh, I mean, if I did it, I'd want you to."
But it's funny though, because that's like
the rule is always keep the camera going.
We're thinking about, you know, a few years ago, but now it's like if anything remotely intense happens, people are like, "Oh no." You know, I mean, it's like an instinct.
Right. Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to put out those fires.
They're just like, I gotta like get aware enough to start recording this.